Hello and welcome back to In Search of the Lost Diecast. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. If you haven't been here before, welcome. Hope you're going to enjoy what I'm going to be doing. This is a bit of a mixed bag today. Sadly missed out the midweek video because there was one or two things going on. I also broke my tripod, which wasn't brilliant. But anyway, we're back today. Going to start up with a little refresh. There was a video that went up a little while ago with this fire engine. Obviously it's the Dinky one, it's the Dinky 285, the Merryweather Marquis. And I said, if anyone had a ladder out there, let me know. Well, believe it or not, I did a bit of sort of looking around and I managed to pick up a second one. And the second one, now, bits and pieces are from both machines. I've made one good one out of the two, effectively. So there's the two of them. That was the broken ladder on the original one. This is the top or the back of the original one. I think it's the same doors. This one's got if you have a look here, it's got a smashed screen. So half the screen smashed. So I effectively bought the second one to get a full ladder because I looked online and it was about £10 for this insert. Well, I got the whole model for a £5, which again was brilliant. But the really weird thing was when I opened it all up, in this little drawer here, bugger me, there was the original. If I can get it out. There we go. Is it? No, still not out. Hang on, let's give it a tap. See if we can get it out. There we go. It's got the original hose. Now, I haven't done anything with this, but what I am going to do is I'm going to soak it in some warm water to loosen up that rubber and give it a little bit of lubrication so that the rubber doesn't break. I don't want to bend anything, but it has got the little nozzle on the end. So now, for a tenner, effectively, because that's what they were about £5 each, I've got a complete and some spares of this fire engine. So over the moon with that. Anyway, let's put them out of the way. As I say, that's just a little recap to let you know where I've got with that one. So if we put them there, you can still see them. There we go. Right, so as I say, mixed bag this one. A couple of little job lots. We've got some Matchbox, we've got some Corgis, and we've got some Dinkies. So we've got the we've got the number 7 dust cart, which is a nice little casting. That all works. Will it stay like that? No, it won't stay like it, will it? Okay. Now this one is the pipe truck. There must be a place somewhere on the earth where all the big biros and the Matchbox pipe truck, girder truck, sight hut truck, bits of plastic have gone to live away from children so they can't be broken, because you never see any of these with any of the items that they originally came with. Same as the horses in the horse box, the cattle in the cattle trucks. This one here is the dumper truck. It's number 46. That's not a bad one. That's, as my friend Mike over at Diecast Looney would say, it's a survivor car. There's little bits of scuffing here and there, but it's been played with, it's been loved, it's still tips. And while we're on the subject of Mike at Diecast Looney, he gave me a lovely shout out in his most recent video. I just sent him some boxes. I watched a few of his videos and he was talking about how to protect some of the models that he'd invested quite a bit of money in. So I've now got a full database of Matchbox. I probably still haven't got all the models, but I've got them listed now so that I know exactly what models are what. I did notice from the video that I've sent him a standard wheels box on his little Jeep that I sent over, whereas he's actually got a super fast one. So Mike, I'm going to do one of those. I'll get that in the post to you. But yeah, it was lovely of Mike to give us a big shout out. I didn't do it for that. I did it because obviously Mike's a lovely guy and he sent me some bits, and I thought it'd be nice to be a bit reciprocal. This is what this thing should all be about, you know, help each other. So there we go. So that is the dumper truck. What we on this? The few here I made boxes for because they were in slightly better condition. So I've got the Dodge dumper truck. And that's quite a nice one, and that one was worth protecting. So it is this one, but it's in a slightly different colour. Still the same number, but a much later issue, number 48. So that's that one. So we've got two of those now, which is quite nice. Is that the super? Yeah, that's the super fast wheels. That's the standard wheels. But sorry there guys, had an incoming call. Right, yeah, so we were talking about the Dodge. So there's a second one. Obviously, one has got the standard wheels, one has got the super fast wheels, and they're the middle super fast wheels. They're not the thin ones, they're not the stupid fat ones. But yeah, nice to get a variation on that one. So we'll just put that one back in there. See, this one's actually an unboxing. I'm taking it out of a box. There we go. So let's put them on there. So that's that one. There we go. So we've got two of them. Then we've got the Lamborghini Marzal. So there's the box for it. And there's the car. Again, pretty good condition, that one. And that'll stay exactly as it is, and that'll just go into the collection. This is the thin super fast wheels, if you can see there. Let's get it around the right way, and then you can actually see what it says on there. There you go, Lamborghini Marzal. There we go. Got to remember where that camera is. There we go. Yeah. So, 1969, that one. Came in a couple of variations. There was like a metallic red, dark red version of it as well. There may be one of those in here as well anyway, but anyway, so that's the Marzal. We'll put that over there with the cars. On the theme of dumper trucks, got this articulated truck, and again, the reason there's boxes of these because they're pretty good condition. There we go. So there's the articulated truck. Bit space age, bit Jerry Anderson in look. I know they did a petrol tanker like this, and they did a few other bits and pieces like this. Not normally my cup of tea, but as I say, came in a job lot, so not too bad. So I'll stick them back in the box there. I did say to Mike about the scale of boxes. Sometimes, obviously, you got the templates, and until you print them, you don't know. Now that is snug. That one is absolutely snug. That is tip to tip. And that could do with being a bit bigger, but what I would do is as I print the ones off that I get, if I hit one that is a little bit tight like that, I go back to the database and I increase the size a smidge, so that if anyone wants one, they'll end up with the right one, hopefully. And then finally we've got the number 46 Mercedes. There we go. Beautiful little cast in this one. Opening doors, opening boot, and that is in beautiful condition, that one. As I say, this was in a lovely little job lot that was very cheap. And when you see ones as good as that, it makes it worthwhile buying these job lots. And there's the little box for it, number 46. And Mike was absolutely bang on. I'm not producing these boxes to deceive anyone. It's just literally to protect some models that I've got. That I don't have a big house, I don't have a massive house, I can't display every model that I've got. But at least if the good ones are like that and safe in a bigger box, then they're not going to get damaged, and they're not going to get any worse than already are. So let's see what we've got here. So this one's a little bit sad. It's the Dinky Super Toys heavy tractor. Poor old driver's been decapitated. The front scraper type thing, bulldozer part is gone. There's no tracks. The wheels, well, the axles are out of alignment. So that's definitely going to be some sort of restoration at some point if I can come up with some bits. If anyone's got a head, perhaps I need to get a hat. If you've got a hat, you get a head. So there we go. So that's over there. Not too much to say about that one. A little bit poorly, that one. Then we've got something slightly different. This is neither Dinky, Corgi or Matchbox. This is a Zilmax. And it's a Zilmax Super Speed K702. There we go. It's amazing what you get in these job lots. I mean, I mean, it's clearly this has been played with in the garden. The axle is a little bit, shall we say, fruity. Needs a little bit of assistance. I don't know if that was an original sticker. There, obviously, all the details will be in the usual places in the video. Whatever I can find out about that. But the strange thing is, all right, the axle may be a little bit tired. Probably needs a little bit of a retainer there. But the springs are there. The screen is there. It's not broken. It's not cracked. There's a mirror missing. That's about the only thing that's missing. There's obviously got the mirror that side. The mirror's missing that side. The decal's coming off there. But it's all there pretty much. Apart from that mirror. The exhausts are there. All the pots. Oh, there's a little, I don't know if you can see this. There's one little broken pot there. But all the ones on the other side. Again, don't know quite what to do with that one. It's not really anything I was after. So, and Mike obviously as well pointed out that, you know, if you wanted that for 10, 20, 15, whatever years, contact me. If you got something that I actually want, I'll happily swap it. There we go. So we'll stick that one over there. What else have we got? Yeah, so there was Matchbox and military in this one. So we've got another little Matchbox bulldozer. Again, missing its tracks as they invariably always do. Obviously, that's a little bit bent as well, so that needs straightening. Not sure if it came with a drive. I don't think there was a canopy. But again, up here there'll be the details of what it is. And it was the... right, Caterpillar D8. Yeah, just bulldozer. D8 bulldozer. So, not sure if that's the number. But that's a little bit odd. That looks like that's come... Oh, there we go. It's just come out of its retaining pin there. Can you see there? It's just come out of its retaining pin. We just need to pop that back over. But yeah, that's that. What else we got? Couple more little cars. These look like, one's a Corgi Rocket, blimey, yeah, Corgi Rocket, and this is the Porsche Carrera 6. So there we go, Porsche Carrera 6 with the lift-in boot. Nice little engine detail in there. Screen's intact. Obviously the detachable wheels haven't got a key, but I'll tell you what, that's actually something. If anyone out there's got a Corgi key, I'd love to get hold of one of those to try and remove these things. I know you can just force them off. Yeah, obviously, but it would be nice to have a key to match up with them. I know they had differing keys, but anyway, so that one goes there. We've got this one, which is I'm sure this is the Ailing Barford traction engine or steamroller. There is some writing in there, but I've got more chance of winning the lottery than of reading that. But that's not in bad condition, and that one will probably stay as it is. Lovely little model, that one. Do like those. So put those there. We've got, now this is the, so there was a number of tipper trucks. There was a pointer one, there was a Hoveringham one, and this is the Douglas one. Obviously it's missing its rear flap, but the back still works. This is, let's have a look, it's the original wheels, so it's a slightly earlier one, and this is just called an 8-wheel tipper. I'm pretty sure the pointer one was called an 8-wheel tipper, so obviously they just changed the branding of it. Obviously the Hoveringham one, I'm pretty sure was an ERF, but they all basically did the same thing. So that's the Douglas one. Then we've got the, what have we got there? So this just says DAF. Now, I'm pretty sure that was another pipe truck, but don't quote me on it. The weird thing is this one came in 2 sizes. This was the normal Matchbox one. Then there was a much bigger Matchbox Super Kings one. And the reason I'm being such a smart ass and talking about that is because that came in the same job lot. Interestingly, the only difference is that you've got a much bigger fuel tank on this one than on this one. You've got a tiny little fuel tank on there. Toolbox, fuel tank. But if essentially, other than that, it's pretty similar. Obviously, you got the 2, so that obviously was holding something as well. It could have been like a double glazing. I can't remember. I really can't. But it'll be up here. So yeah, we've got the 2 different size models there. So we'll put them over there. Not a huge amount more to go, boys. There's another pipe truck there. Another pipe truck. So a lot of these, and this one is the scaffolding truck. So again, very, very similar to the DAF, similar to that one. There you go, very similar. Slightly, so that's a slightly different version of that. So let's put them there. What else we got? Right, you got another Matchbox. This one is the Matchbox Speed Kings. No other details than that, but again, up here there'll be something. Little race car, Firestone STP, and then that would have been Q. What would be Q? I'm sure that's Duckham's Q, 2050 oil. Missing one of its exhaust banks. But other than that, pretty good condition. Again, not really my thing. By the time they got to these wheels, I'd kind of lost interest with Matchbox, I have to say. There we go, I'll put that there. It's like a miniature version of it. So now we're into the military stuff. We've got I'm pretty sure the SRN6 hovercraft that we had, this is like the military version of it. So it's got an opening door at the front. Now, there is no propeller at the back, so that's clearly broken off, but it is the spindle is moving around, so it would just be a question of putting that back on. And obviously the gearing on this radar is not working because I'm pretty sure they both span as you move along. This looks like there's something missing from the top there as well, can you see? So we'll just have to look into that, but again, details will be up here, and there'll probably be a bit of bumps down the bottom explaining it all. But it's other than the breakages, it's actually in pretty good condition. Looks like there's something missing there as well. Oh well. But again, for what I paid for it, God, you can't complain. So let's put that there. Look, so we'll put that there. Then we're into our tanks. So we've got a couple of Britons. So yeah, so we've gone from Corgi, Dinky, Matchbox, Zilmex, and now onto Britons. Cannot see anything on the bottom of this other than what it says just there, made in England. But I would I would bet my hat that is a Britons. It looks like a Britons. It feels like a Britons. and obviously the mechanism still works, so you can fire your matchsticks with it. But of course, if you're going to invade a country, you need more than one tank, and luckily there's a second one, a matching pair, which is actually a lot better condition. Let's see if there's that. This one's got any. No, again, just made in England, but again, I would be amazed if that's not a Britain's. So there's two of them there. I'm going to stick them there. We've got a leopard tank, a Dinky leopard tank. This one has lost its turret. Now, I've got a chieftain, and I know that when you turn the turret, it lifted the barrel. So obviously that's missing out of this one. It's probably screwed past its retaining peg there. There's a little peg there. Can you see that peg? Yeah. But again, this mechanism works. You can actually see the little loading there if I get it in the right place. There we go. There we go. As I pull it back, it loads and then it releases. So that's worth doing. Big fan of tanks. Been to Tank Fest down at Bovington. Airplanes, and on that subject we have a couple of planes. We've got a, well, I think it might be an F-14, but this is one of the swept wing ones, and obviously the wings do work. It's actually quite nice condition, this one. No decals on it. Doesn't look like they've been removed. Again, hopefully there'll be a bit of information. It's a navy one. It's a beige underneath, grey on top. Nice little model, that one. Pleased with that. A couple of little tiny nicks there, but again, there's a little tiny bit of decalage on the back there. Looks like a sword. But anyway, so we'll stick that down. We'll stick that there. And then we've got, I'm pretty sure this is the Sea Harrier. There we go, and that's in lovely condition, that one. The decals are all intact. There we go. No wheels, but clearly at some point it has had, let me just show you there, that at some point it has had a little plinth that it sat on someone's desk probably. But that's a nice one to get hold of. I've got one more, if you bear with me. It's a Sabre, I think. Here we go. There we go. I was looking at this the other night, so that's why it was over there. There's a little Sabre. Lovely condition, that one. It's one of the things with this collecting lot. I never had these. Obviously, these weren't around when I was a kid. But when you see them in a job lot, and again, for what I spent on them, it's really hard to resist. But the trouble is that you do end up with an awful lot of stuff that you're probably never going to do very much with. I bought a beautiful Spitfire, and that was in a box. Broken propeller, which I fixed anyway. But that's beautiful condition. So there we go. That's the. I'm pretty sure it's a Sabre. Yeah, Canadian one. So that's that. Two more little ones in this one. We've got a Sherman tank, babby one, but this is a Corgi. All works. See, what they've done now is they've moulded the tracks and put wheels underneath, which is a much more sensible idea. Because how many of you have got a tank or a armoured personnel carrier or a mini tank or something, and the tracks have just, well, even on the bulldozers, they all die. This, it looks fine because you don't actually see the wheels, but when you put it down, it will roll. So that's a much better idea, I think. lifting turret. You can go any angle. Nice to have it complete. I have just bid on another military lot. I'm hoping to get that, and it's a number of these. So hopefully they'll feature in an upcoming video. So there's that one, and then finally we've got the Churchill, which has got a presume it's Desert Storm colour coding. Again, moving turret, rotating turret. I think it rotates. Yeah, it does rotate. There we go. Antenna on the back, and again, this one actually has got moving, well, sometimes moving tracks, so it's slightly different to that one. I only glanced at this when it came in the other day. I assumed it was exactly the same as that one, but it's not. It's this one actually does have moving tracks. So when I'm long dead and buried, and some poor bugger is talking about this collection that he bought for a song, he'll be saying, yeah, I don't understand why it was that they used rubber tracks when these ones were a lot easier. But there we go. So there we go. That's a Churchill. And that's us just about done on this video. Couple of thank yous. Extended thank yous, like at the start of the video, out to Ian Hulley. He's been sending bits and pieces again. Lovely, lovely man. To Mike at Diecast Looney for the big shout on his most recent video. To Mark Light, who's very kindly, I haven't got round to showing him yet, sent me a couple of moon buggies and a Freeman city car and a little bag, which I put somewhere safe, of rubber washers that might be able to be used on certain things for tyres. John Hatwell sent me a lovely fridge magnet from his holiday, which was lovely. Andy Bourne over at Andy's Diecast Garage. I've just sent him some decal paper that I can't use with my printer as a little thank you for the help that he's given me. So try and support everybody, boys. If you've got a channel and you want to help promote what I do, what Mike does over at Diecast Looney, what the DMC do, it's all good, because the chances are the people that like my videos are going to like your videos, and it just makes sense for us all to support each other. You know, YouTube do a great job of getting the videos out there, but unfortunately we are a little bit niche. You know, unless you're a Marty's Matchbox who's got 100,000 subscribers, you know, we're never going to get to those levels, but it would be nice to have a few hundred. I mean, I'm coming up on 200 now, so I'm very happy about that. So just like to finish up by saying thanks to everybody for watching. Thanks to everybody for subscribing. Love the comments. They're always really positive. And we'll see you again next week. Thanks ever so much. Bye now.